Hey guys, I have a question for you. What is the purpose of therapy? Now, I know many people will define it this way: to be less anxious, to be less depressed, to be more successful, to be happier. And sure, those are all really important things that can come out of therapy. Getting over past trauma and being set free from it, really important. But I think if we look at it from like kind of a more global perspective, what is the purpose of therapy? We need to first look at what is the purpose of life. So from a Catholic perspective, we know this. The purpose of life is to get to heaven. And what is heaven? Heaven is union with God and communion with others. That's the goal. That's what we're all headed for. So what is the purpose of life then? Union with God and communion, good relationships with others. That's all going to take to heaven with us, right? Union with God, communion with others. So by default, the purpose of therapy has to be to remove whatever psychological and emotional impediments there are to union with God and communion with others. Now, a lot of times the reason that we're not close with God or we can't really relate to Him is because we've had wounds from the past. Maybe we didn't have parents who really reflected God very well to us. Maybe we had abusive parents. So it's very hard to imagine a good, loving father if we didn't experience that. Or maybe a good, loving mother if we didn't experience that. So in therapy, we're going to work on restoring what our real relationship with God is supposed to be, who He truly is, after we heal the wounds that we may have gotten from growing up or from other things that may have happened, even wounds that happen in the church. All right, sometimes being hurt by a priest or disappointed by a priest, whatever it is. So what we're doing in therapy is we're looking at those emotional impediments, those things that are getting in the way of having that vibrant relationship with God. All right, He's ultimately who we need to be united with if we're going to find happiness. He created us. He created us for Himself to be eternally happy with Him in heaven. That's the goal, folks. He really, truly does want you to be happy. So understanding that, understanding the importance of therapy is to remove those things, is to really help us to heal so that we can be united to God, that we can have better relationships with others. That's really important. That's all that really, really matters in the long run, right? It isn't necessarily always about material success. That's important too. Nothing wrong with that. But ultimately, we don't bring anything with us but our relationships and our union with God, all right? So if we started here, we start heaven right here. That's the goal of therapy. And that's why I think working with a Catholic therapist is so important. When they understand what the ultimate goal of life is, they can really help you in the best way possible. So be sure to download my free guide. It's below this video. What every Catholic should know before starting therapy. And if you are hurting, if you find that you're really not living the life you know you were called to live, reach out to a Catholic therapist and start that healing journey. God really wants you to be healed and set free and happy. God bless you.